I'm about to turn this garage into a wrapping office in an hour. If you can't see it, you can see that this is just a bland garage. Barely enough lighting, barely enough space. But with the $500 that you got from the wrap kit or the tools and equipments that I showed you, you should be able to take this whole garage and make it into a wrap office just like I'm about to do right now. Let's get to it. And if you haven't seen the video that I'm talking about of the tools and equipments list, click on it right now. But I have a few problems along with this garage. For one, I only have one outlet, and that outlet is right here. The other outlet that's kind of in use is up there, right up there. You see that? First off, I gotta get all of these lights laid out and correctly spaced so that way it is good enough lighting, because you could tell right now it is super dark. And this little light of mine is not enough to shine. Dad joke at 5 a.m. So now you can see that I pretty much got it laid out the way that I like it right here. It's all going all the way around. So now we can start to put them on the walls. Now we can start putting them on the walls. But let me give you one thing. I forgot to put this on the list right here, which is the double-sided sticky tape made by 3M, which is the one that you can actually put on the walls and peel and stick it off right there. I know. Those are pretty pricey. Yeah, probably about $8. Now this garage is a 2-car garage, and it is about 20 feet by 20 feet. And we don't have any little stuff that is poking out too far. It's really just a bare garage. And I like that because it makes my life easier instead of having to move a lot of stuff around. So make sure you don't have a cluttered garage. And if you do, clear it all out. It gotta go. Seriously, it gotta get out of there. But let me get some real good lighting because this video right now is not up to par. This is one thing you definitely need to have even when you're about to get yourself prepped and set up, because you want to have this sitting around and just put it in a nice location so that way you know where you want to record it. This is a tripod. I told you it was in the list. I told you we're going to use it. And mind you, I'm in South Florida right now doing a project, so it is hot and it's the middle of the summer. It is blazing hot. So I have to make sure that I have a good enough fan or AC in this garage because this garage is not insulated. So keep that in mind. And if you're in the opposite, if you're in colder states and such as Michigan, New York, anywhere up north, Midwest and everything like that, then switch it. You may need to have a heater in here, okay? Because you do not want this vinyl to start messing up on you, and you don't want to freeze or burn up and pass out. Trust me, not good. Step 1 on the lighting is done. Getting this plugged in. That's my surge protector. You can see clear, great lighting now because we have it all set up all around us. It makes it much easier for us. As you can see, nice and bright, well lit. We still gonna keep that little light on because that was my thugger right there. So it was gonna get the job done regardless. But these other lights right here is the reinforcements to make sure that we have proper lighting and great situations to make sure that this is gonna be a great place to wrap it at. But we still gotta keep going and make sure that we clean up this space and clear out any of the clutter bits. Oh yeah, that smooth fan right there connected right up to our lights. And that certainly made our lives much easier, so that way we're not draining all the power out from that one outlet. We have our surge protector up first, and then we can put all our lights up and then start to connect anything from there. Make sure that you know what you're doing on this because you don't want to overload this and then start to having to go here to switch everything back on. Because you know it's gonna happen. Because sometimes you don't know and you have to try it out and see what is overloading it so that way you don't break the breaker. I did not want to show this because it was a pretty scary experience, almost fell. But we got that extension cord draped over and brought back down just as an extra source of power in case we do need it. Minor adjustment. I have a very long surge protector, and instead of me just putting this cord that runs all the way down, I want to actually try to see if I can use 2 cords because sometimes we do work in teams and we want to make sure that everyone has enough power to use their tools that they need to have for wrapping this car. So in case you want to build a team and you want to work with an extra person, you might need to do this. Let's go ahead and switch this out. Should I record it? This time I will, but first I was a little... I got my lights set up. I got everything that's cluttered out of the way. All I need to do is sweep and then also make a waiting area. This is the kicker right here because sometimes when you have clients that come here for just a simple 1-hour job such as a hood wrap or something like that, they want to sit and watch. They don't want to be standing for a whole hour. So make it something that's comfortable for them, especially if you got the space. And I'm not saying buy a king's throne or anything like that. Get some foldable chairs, or if you already have chairs in the backyard or anything like that, bring them in. We only need 2, just in case. Now, I bet you're asking, well, how the hell did you move this car and put it at this angle? Yes, you could kind of drive it in, but I was able to afford these right here because I worked a little longer than usual, extra 2 years just to save up for these. You see those? Right there, those are wheel dollies. That's what helps me push this car and move it around to any angle that I want. It makes my life easy. Yes, they're about 500, 2 of them. You gotta get 4, so about 1,000. But I also have this on the list, so the prices may have dropped on it. Take a look at it and see. If it fits in your budget, get it. It's a lifesaver, life changer, and it makes it work much more efficiently for you. I got the waiting area set up, cooler, 2 chairs. Everything's good to go. I did get extra chairs just because sometimes they like to bring their kids. We need their ass to sit down immediately. But it's all nice and set up, good space to work in. Now we're ready to get started. But the next question is, where the hell am I gonna put the vinyl? If you do not wanna buy vinyl rack holders, you don't have to. You can actually leave them in the box and everything and cut it out accordingly as you need it. And then if you're doing a whole car, you can put all of those vinyl rolls that you cut out individually back in the same box or in the car that you're working on. It's not really needed in your beginning stages. Don't want you to buy everything under the sun. It's not needed. You don't need to buy it just yet. You do need to put it on your needs and wants list, so when you do start making profits, you can go ahead and buy it from there. Now, we're all set. I got the fans and my smaller fan right there. Got the lights, I got vinyl, I got the waiting area, and my tools. You already know I have my tools ready. Of course you do. So, if you want something like this, click the link below, click on it. I'm telling you again and again and again, this is only $500. That's all you need to do to have and start this business up in your home, in your own garage. And in this video right here are 5 things that you do not need to have in your garage when you're about to start up your own wrap shop. Trust me on this, you need it. You need to see.